Okay. All right, y'all. Just to check and see what we got going on. Okay, we're recording. Okay. It's a judge here. I'm just going to do a quick commentary on this. A Louisiana judge will go on leave after a video from her home captured people reportedly using racial slurs following the burglary attempt, her lawyer said Wednesday. Fair use, fair use. Lafayette Court City Judge Michelle Odinette will temporarily step down, according to her lawyer, Dane Ciolino. She is humiliated, embarrassed, and sorry for what she's done and the trouble she's caused to the community, Ciolino said. Tomorrow she's going on interim leave without pay, and as far as what will happen in the longer term, she'll have to deal with it in the weeks to come. The move comes after leaders and activists and president of the local chapter of the NAACP called for Odinette's resignation. If something happens in your house, you're responsible for it, City Marshal Reggie Thomas said, according to the NBC affiliate KLAF of Lafayette. When something like this happens is said from a leader, then it has to be addressed. I guess this is a picture of the judge. The video, first reported by local news outlet The Current, was shot after a burglary attempt at Odinette's home early Saturday, Ciolino said. He declined to provide additional details about the incident, but a Lafayette police report obtained by The Current said that it occurred at 2 a.m. An unarmed person reportedly saw the suspect leaving one of the family vehicles. The Current reported the suspect tried to run, but was quickly caught and held until officers arrived, the news outlet reported. The Lafayette Police Department did not immediately respond to the request for comment in the video, which appears to show people discussing a home security video of the suspect's capture. A man can be heard saying, "Mom's yelling, in." A woman's voice then can be heard responding. We have Odinette's voice appears at some point on the video, Ciolino said. But he declined to say what she said and who else may have been speaking. In a text message to The Current, Odinette said the attempted burglary shook me to my core and that she's taken a sedative at the time of the video. I have zero recollection of the video and the disturbing language used in it, she said, according to The Current. Anyone who knows me and my husband knows that it is contrary to the way we live our lives. In a separate text message to another local newspaper, the Academia Advocate, Odinette said that the situation heightened and confirmed a suspected substance abuse issue our son is having. Oh, now the son is on substances. Holy smokes. Odinette declined to comment to NBC News on Wednesday. Ciolino also declined to comment on the statements, saying that he hadn't discussed them with his client. Odinette, a Republican, was first elected to a 6-year term last year. The Academia Advocate reported she previously worked as a prosecutor and a public defender. Okay, so obviously, I don't know what the huge deal is, but you know, her son used the N word. Probably wasn't a good choice of words, but in the height of the moment, he said what he said. Is this a big deal to me? No, Brother Clarence. Why is it not a big deal? Because we got bigger fish to fry. There are some white people that use the N word. Okay, I mean, you can't go in people's houses and do how they going to teach their children. I mean, you got white people that's your friends that's shaking your hands that's doing that to you, and then going home and using the N word. You got black people shaking your hands and going home and using the N word. To me, I think if we as black people, we make the word useless. We make the word useless. But to sell newspapers, see, this is really to sell newspapers. I mean, if the NAACP wants to go after a judge because the son said the N word, or even if she said it in her house, come on, man. Now, if this judge said it on the bench or out in the public, that's a whole nother story. To me, to me, to me. But to run around policing what people do in their homes, to me, that's a level of censorship I don't want. I don't want white people using the N word. But if they're gonna use it, I'd rather them use it in their house than out here when they out in the street with us. That's me. Same thing with black people. I'd rather you use it in your house or use it in, you know, around other people that can understand the context of what you're saying, if it's contexted. But I'd rather nobody use the word, to be honest with you. I'd rather none of us use it because it's not a good word to use. But it's just the reality of the situation is some of us will use it and some of us won't. Then there's a group of us that's trying to walk away from using it. And then there's some people that's just going to use it no matter what setting they're in. Those are the people we need to be pulling off the bench. Do I think this good lady is a good lady? I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? If she's not sending black people to jail just because they black, but she uses the N-word in her house, I don't care. As long as she's doing what we need her to do doing her job, who cares what she's doing at home? That's the way I see it anyway. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should we make a national event because this lady used the N-word in her house and we got black people, you can go walk 2 or 3 blocks away from your house and hear the N-word about 50 times on your way to walking those 2 or 3 blocks, passing black people, right? I mean, it's not the N-word that's the power. It's us that try to connect with that. We try to say this is us. No, we don't want people doing this in the public. And in the public, yeah, I think people that use this kind of language in public, they should be dealt with in public. But people use stuff in their own homes. Okay, you know what I mean? It's not good. You probably shouldn't do it. But that's as far as it should go, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? That's as far as I should go in my concern, because I'm not going to nobody's house trying to tell them how to raise their children or how they should speak or the language they should. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I know good people of all colors. I know good people of all different races. So I'll never come with a blanket statement. Not me. You know what I mean? I will come with a blanket statement for a system, for a society, a systematic society. But I'm not going to say, oh, every person of this race is this way. Every person of that race is that way. No. We all should be good people. So there's going to be outliers in every race. There's going to be, since this country was built on racism, and there's going to be white people that are racist. That's just the reality. Since there are black people that have been the brunt of that racism, there's going to be black people that are going to be having aversion to white people because they see them as the point of their conflict. And they're not looking at it like, hey, I can change my own reality here. Don't have to be a knuckle fight unless they want it. They bring it to you. But if nobody's bringing it to you, you can go and change your whole reality just by educating yourself. So it's on both sides. It's on a lot of sides. What we as black people got to understand, man, is that it's a new day. God gave us a new day. We are not subject to white people or no other people. We're not subject to nobody. We subject to do whatever we can do, whatever we want to do. It's us choosing to live in that reality that was forged by the racist of them. Well, Clarence, you against white people. Really, am I? Really, am I? I got white subscribers. Am I really against them? Ain't none of my subscribers. I got white subscribers, black subscribers, probably got all kind of different people. LGBT people, I probably got all kind of different people. I probably got a little small cross section of all kind of different people. And my people know I go after whoever. If the guilty party's white, I'm going after you. If the guilty party's black, I'm going after you. If the guilty party's a man, I'm going after you. If the guilty party's a woman, I'm going after you. If you're LGBT, I'm going after you. So I try to be as fair as possible, as fair as possible. So the bottom line to this situation is, should we be in this situation? Should we be chasing down every white person that uses the N-word in their own home? In my opinion, no. In my opinion, no. That's a waste of a lot of time. Instead of us spending time on this, and time and money and lawyers on this, we should be spending time and money on lawyers drafting understandings and things to help us as black people bring ourselves up to the level where the N-word is a joke. It's not even, you can't even use that word and have it make sense. It wouldn't even make sense because we live in our lives so far above that understanding. That's in my opinion anyway. But the rest of y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, peace.